I cannot believe everything that they were able to pack into this one-story ranch-style home sitting on 1 acre lots. In fact, whenever I just walked this home for the first time, I almost missed an entire wing of the house. And if the builder hadn't have called me and told me they just opened up this model home, I would have never known about this neighborhood because it's in such a sneaky location. There are only 30 lots here, and as soon as people find out about this, they're gonna go like that. See, it's really difficult to get these 1 acre lots, especially at this price point. This model home we're about to show you, you can build for $850,000. And they've got some 3,100 square foot one-story homes that they're building out here that start as low as $770,000. And at the end of the video, when we finally tell you who this builder is, it's gonna blow your mind because we've never seen this builder building homes with this nice of finishes. We're right here in the main living room, and this thing is open. This is the definition of open concept, and it feels bigger than it is. This is a 3,600 square foot, actually just above, one-story home, but it has 5 bedrooms and a couple other rooms that I was really surprised they were able to fit in a home of this square footage. So we've got the living room. Down on the floors, we've got a luxury vinyl plank. It looks really nice. It doesn't have a true real wood look to it, but it's got a really nice color to it. So they're not trying to necessarily make you think that it's real hardwoods, but it goes really well with this color palette. Another thing that I noticed right away is how open these ceilings are. I mean, these have to be 16, 18 foot ceilings. And what's nice about it being a one-story is they have room to go up. Everything in here breathes, it's nice and open. You get a lot of natural light with these upper windows, and even that back patio is the same ceiling height as inside so that they're able to get all of that light in. And I don't know if you can see through these windows here, but those are some gorgeous trees, which will give you a little bit of a hint of where we're located today, but we're gonna tell you that here in just a little bit. So starting over here at the fireplace, they completely wrapped it with this black tile. It goes all the way up to the ceiling, and it's nice and wide. So you've got a huge piece of artwork here, but you could swap that out for about an 80, 85 inch TV and still have room on the sides to work with. So they didn't limit you on your TV size, and you're gonna need it because the sight lines all the way over to the kitchen are pretty far. This is a huge living room. So not only do they have kind of this like formal sitting area over here, but typically when we see living rooms this big, they have an informal dining room table set up over here, but you don't need that because they have a full dining room set up over here off to the side. So a lot of place to sit, kind of chill out. Because they don't have a TV over here, they kind of set it up to just, you know, sit and like play games, talk to your friends and stuff. But realistically, I think if you were living here and it were in a model home, you'd have some kind of bigger sectional, maybe a big L-shaped sectional pointed up over to the TV over there. But maybe one of the reasons they didn't do that is because you have a massive TV room right through those double doors, which we'll show you here in a second. So this is a huge wall. They had to fill it. They have 2 full-size, I don't know, arm walls or whatever you call them over here, just to show you how much space that this really takes up. But the kitchen starts here, and I love the finishes that they went with. They went with this nice kind of muted white oak. They've got the KitchenAid appliances, which I've told y'all before, I have these in my house. And I really like them. Got the cool blue interior, super kind of sleek until you burn something in it and have to clean it. So cabinets don't go all the way up to the ceiling, but something unique that I don't see very often is the backsplash that they used. We've seen people use the same countertops onto the backsplash, but look, they took it all the way up to the ceiling. So not only do they have the countertops running up into the backsplash, but it goes all the way up to the ceiling, which I think is super unique. They got KitchenAid appliances in here. You're gonna have options with your appliance packages, and some people might not know this, but not all builders include appliances. So it's always important to ask when you're purchasing a home. So decent sized pantry. Obviously they got some stuff in here for the model home, but for a 3,600 square foot home, it's nice that you can actually walk in here. You've got some space. Now the cool part is you're not out here in the middle of nowhere like some of these luxury acreage communities. You're like 5 minutes to the grocery store and very close to some other top Houston suburbs. So one thing that they don't always do in these kitchens is kick the countertops out, but whenever you've got this kind of big apron front, oversized gas cooktop, I think it's a nice touch to kind of extend those countertops out a little bit. And then they wrapped the vent hood with this white oak too. I think it looks really nice. And then down over here, boom, those come out really far. I mean, that's plenty of space. They fully clear these knobs. Now, the only reason I don't like this is if you have little kids, I like the knobs up top because a 2-year-old can definitely come over here and turn the fire on. So keep your head on a swivel, folks. Lots of space through here in the kitchen too. Sometimes these islands are like over and nice and tight. You got plenty of space, deep stainless steel farmhouse sink with the black faucet. And then they did two-tone. So they did the white kitchen island over here with these white oak, and then you've got a white quartz with some nice gray veining going through it. And then this is that dining room I was talking about. You can see they have the leaf in the table, so it's opened up to be an 8-seater, but these are huge. I mean, these are huge seats. So if you needed to cram 10 people in here with some different chairs, you could do that. And then you're getting a lot of nice natural light. Now, it just rained here, but we're still gonna get you outside and show you the patio. I think it's worth it. Now, ignore these power poles because they just have temporary power out here right now. This model home just opened up a couple weeks ago. The first homes that are already under construction are probably about 3 months out from completion, but you're gonna have the opportunity to come out here, meet with us with the builder, and pick out the floor plan that you want from some of their different floor plan offerings that start at 3,100 square feet, go all the way up to 4,100 square feet. And then you can come and pick a nice wooded lot. With 30 lots to choose from, they go all the way down, but this entire neighborhood is completely tree lined. So almost all of the lots are gonna back up to something like this. And this, guys, this looks like King Kong could live here. I mean, this is like a jungle. So plenty of room for a pool. You do a pickleball court, a sports court. I do need to check and see if they allow you to have like secondary dwelling structures. You know, some of these communities allow you to have like a metal building out here. So I'll let you know. And if you're really interested in it, reach out to us and I'll let you know what the answer is to that. But these ceiling heights are killer. So they needed to make it this tall so that that light can get in through the windows. And then they have a brick option on here, but you're gonna have a lot of different siding options. Sometimes you'll do hardy, sometimes you'll do brick, and then a lot of times they'll be able to paint the brick for you too. So, almost tripped over the rug. All right, so that's kind of it for this whole section of the house. But as I mentioned, we almost missed an entire wing of the house whenever we came in here for the first time. So you've got the front doors here. The front doors kind of lead in nicely, but we're gonna go ahead and check out this side of the house. So one thing that I am a big fan of is if you're gonna have a 1-story home, you need a secondary living space on the first floor. And I think they knocked it out of the park here. This thing is huge. You can close up these double doors, have a little bit of, you know, privacy. And this is gonna be a great place for the kids to have their own dedicated playroom. It's not right when you walk in the house, so you can close these up, you can frost that glass, hide all their toys in here. But you could fit a ping pong table in here, a pool table, a sofa. You still have plenty of room for a big TV. Now this isn't a true media room because they do have windows, but if you wanted to throw some curtains up over here, throw in some surround sound, it is movie time over in this room. And then they even left it set up for a little bit of a game table. So plenty of options in here, you know, for you adults. If you don't have the little kids, this would be a great entertaining game room. Set up a bar in here. So really the sky's the limit, but having that, you know, that second flex space on the first floor, I think is a non-negotiable with these 1-stories. And oftentimes it's the one thing that they lack. So over here, you got a huge mud room that connects to the 3-car garage. So having that space for that extra car is gonna be nice, but you also have plenty of room to just kind of settle in when you come home. You come in through the garage, you got your full-size washer dryer hookups, and then check this out. Look at these cabinets. Tons of storage, tons of space. Really like the hardware that they have on these. We've got really similar hardware at our house. In fact, I think it's the Restoration Hardware knockoff, so you can get the dupes online on Amazon. And then plenty of drawer space over here. Got a little sink. I would go with a deeper sink. This is kind of, you know, I don't know, a little weak in my opinion for a laundry room sink. What are you gonna do, wash like a child's shirt in there? You wanna get like the big deep soaker sinks, but they can do that for you. And then I like how they did the beadboard over here too, just to show off the model home. Now this is gonna be your half bath. So this is really conveniently located next to the living room. As you can see, it's gonna be easy for everybody to just kind of come in from over here, use this half bath, the same thing with the game room. So I really like the location of that. And then tucked here, away from everything, off of the back of the house is your master bedroom. You got a king bed here, nice plush carpet, 10-foot ceiling, surround sound built in, and then you've got 2 windows that look out to the backyard. And just, I mean, it's quiet out here, there's a lot of privacy, and then be able to just look out there to those trees is killer. But then this bathroom too, check out this window. I mean, you go right up to it, and just, that's the view that I think a lot of people want. So you've got 2 vanities here, completely separated, tile's a vibe. Now they didn't do a soaker tub here, but this shower is insane. And of course it has my favorite feature, but it's got two of my favorite features. One of my favorite features is the ability to turn the water on and it not immediately spray you. And so by having the handles here and the faucets up over here, I think you're good. And then you got your nice little bench here. You can just take a deep breath, rinse it all off. You can even get a little look outside, and then you can get on up and go out and seize the day. So we got a cool shower. I love the transition here. So if you're older, worried about being in a wheelchair or something like that, pretty sweet. Not gonna trip over this, just wheel right in. And then you've got these really wide doorways to easily get access in and out. Now, here's your linen closet. So store all your towels. One thing I was really surprised, these are solid core doors. They're not hollow, these are upgrade. And not something that we typically see, as I mentioned, with this builder. So a surprise once again. So got your toilet room, and then this is your master closet. Decent size. I will say they could have upgraded the shelving in this closet. What I would have liked to see with the size of this is they would have been able to do like 2 tiers here. You could fit twice as many clothes. It doesn't cost them that much extra money. So that would be my one knock on this. Square footage, this closet's like a 7.5, but they could have made it a little bit better if they had to change the hanging space over here. So I'm actually gonna knock it. I'm gonna give this closet a 6.5, but with like a couple $100, you can make this thing an 8. So we leave the master bedroom back in this main living room, super convenient access to the playroom. But if you wanna get some work done, you're gonna want that home office. So the home office is really well appointed, and it sits up here at the front of this house, completely closed off, so no windows here. And you come in here and you've got these double doors, you can close these up too, and really get some work done. It's not big enough, in my opinion, to be a media room when you've got that game room over there. So I definitely would use this, you know, as a good home office. So come over here, sit down. They did a lot of paneling over here too. This is gonna be a nice upgrade. So you're probably wondering where we are today. I'm gonna tell you. But before I tell you that, I haven't even told you who I am. My name's Ferris. I run the largest relocation real estate team here in Houston, Texas, and we help hundreds, literally hundreds of people per month, just like you, that are looking to move to the Houston area, figure out where it is that's gonna be the best fit for them and their family. So if you've got questions, go through our videos. We got over 200 on all the different neighborhoods here in Houston, or do one even better. Click on that survey link down below, fill it out, and a member of our team will reach out immediately and have a conversation with you so we can start narrowing down where it is that will be best for you and your family. Or just give us a call, shoot us a text, send us a quick email. I'm gonna shut up and we're gonna show you the rest of this place. We're actually in Tomball, Texas. We're right behind the Woodlands, and we're off of Hardin Store Road, and that was the road that I used to take in high school before this area really developed out, where we would go from the Woodlands to go hang out with our friends over in Tomball. Now that this area has grown and it really exploded with growth, they're widening Hardin Store Road, and they're really trying to make the connection between the back of the Woodlands and Tomball as easy as possible. And that's exactly where this neighborhood is located. We're in Tomball, we're zoned to Tomball ISD, and we've got a 2.98% tax rate on 1 acre lots tucked into this 30-lot private community. There are not a lot of acreage communities anywhere in this area. You're gonna have to go further out to Magnolia, which is another 15, 20 minutes outside of Houston. But what's great about this community is you're just a few minutes away from Highway 249, which is the toll road that does go all the way out almost to Navasota, but you can just pick up right here in Tomball and shoot down into Houston. So it's gonna make commuting very convenient for you to get in and out of the city. But if you do want that proximity over to the Woodlands, where you can go grab dinner at Market Street, let the kids run around on the turf, go have a nice dinner, go catch the movies, you're gonna be able to go and enjoy everything that the Woodlands has to offer in about a 15 to 25 minute drive, depending on the traffic. So that's where we're at, and that's why I really wanted to get this community out to you, because it's not only that they've got homes as nice as this on 1 acre lots, zoned to good schools, 15 minutes from the Woodlands starting at $770,000, but the main thing is you're not out in the middle of nowhere. You're just a few minutes away from all of the commercial shopping that both the Woodlands and Tomball have to offer. Now, this is the section of the house I almost completely missed. It looks very unassuming. You know, that whole part of the house is really opened up. You got these nice double front doors. And this is ideal for me. You can kind of see through, but it's pixelated enough where, you know, you can't totally see what's going on inside the house. But as you come down this hallway, I don't think I expected this home to be 5 full bedrooms. So here you go. they're all pretty good size. You got a bedroom here. This one only has a twin bed. You could definitely fit a full in here. I hate the fake snake. I'm not sure what they're trying to do here, but I absolutely hate the fake snake. Like I hate the fake snake, Keith. I hate the fake snake. So anyways, terrible staging decision on their part, but we will move past that. We've got a dead body in the closet here, but look, decent closet, decent closet space. I don't know what that is, like a Christmas tree bag or something. I'm not too sure, but these are those 8-foot doors I was talking about. So you're just nice and tall, nice and open. You got the black hardware, which is always, in my opinion, preferable to chrome. Just keeps it from being boring. Now this is one of your main bathrooms over here, and what's nice is it's got the dual vanity, which is important because you've got 4 bedrooms over here. So as we come down to the end of the hallway, you got extra storage in here. And then this is the other full ensuite. So you can come here, they got it set up as a nursery. I don't know if I would have the ensuite as the nursery personally, but a little place to rock, the baby to sleep. And then they've done a lot of millwork in this house that it goes a long way in my opinion. I think a lot of the woodwork they've done in this house isn't gonna cost you a ton of money, and it really kind of elevates the look and feel of the house. So well done in my opinion, and then obviously this paint job's pretty cool. It's not wallpaper, that's paint. So closets over here, a little bit of a walk-in, not huge, but decent, and then having your own bathroom over here is a really nice touch. So connects back through over here. Some of these bedrooms do share walls, that's the only kind of downside to this layout, but pretty sweet. Now this one has its own bathroom too. So the first hallway bath that we saw that's got the dual vanities, 2 of these 4 bedrooms are gonna share those, and then 2 have their own bathrooms. So it's a pretty good setup. And then this is a full-size bed. Pretty cushy. Just testing it out. Sometimes these model home beds, I've jumped on them before and they're air mattresses and I've almost collapsed the whole thing. So be careful, but that one's actually pretty cozy. And last but not least, we've got bedroom number 5. Doing a twin bed again. I think they're just trying to show off that it's open, but these are good sized rooms. You know, average, I would say 11 by 11. They're not, 14 by 13, but they're not like 9 by 10. So this is definitely the biggest and best closet that they have. So I like the walk-in. They could have done more shelving in here too. That's one kind of negative that I'm seeing a theme here in these closets. So this whole wing of the house has 4 of these bedrooms. So if you miss this, you're gonna miss half of the house. And then it connects all the way back up here to the front of the home. Really nice, big kind of front porch on this house. And it wraps around, so on this nice rainy day, you can come out here, sit down, wave at your neighbors. But I'm gonna get you guys outside and we're gonna run through all of the pricing, and then we're gonna tell you who the builder is here. This builder is D.R. Horton. Now, how many of you would have guessed that with those finishes in this home? Now, D.R. Horton's a great builder. They're the country's largest builder, and sometimes they get a bad rap, but it's because they build so many homes, and typically they're at some more affordable price tags. So when they called me and said, hey, Kyler, we've got semi-custom homes on 1 acre just behind the Woodlands in Tomball starting at $770. I had to come out here and show you guys. They just sold their first lot, and as you look over here, this whole section is completely perimetered by established pine trees, the same trees that you're gonna see right on down the road in the Woodlands. So you can get 3,100 square foot up to 4,100 square foot 1 and some 2-story options starting at $770 going all the way up to $870,000. But these are some really, really nice finishes, nice features, and I was very impressed with the layout of this home. Now, if you do like what you saw here and you wanna know more about other options right here in this kind of Tomball area tucked in behind the Woodlands, check out this video on Woodhaven. They've got 3 different builders over there building in a similar price range, not on 1 acre lots, but with some really nice finishes zoned to these same exact schools. And as always, if you're exploring the Houston area and you wanna know more and you're thinking about moving here, don't be shy. Do what we always say to do, which is give us a call, shoot us a text, send us a quick email. That way we can help you guys make a smooth move right here to Houston, Texas.